How do you feel about that? Can you talk to us, Cindy?
Sure, I told everybody I would when I get back. Oh, boy. One at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
One at a time.
Cindy,
how are you?
How come you missed the visit with Casey?
Okay, we'll start with that. A lot of thinking. It was very difficult for me not to go see her today, but I think it's in Kaylee's best interest. I think it's for her safety, because those recordings are, the videos are can be public record. So it was a very hard decision for me, but it's all about Kaylee, and it's all about her safety. So as much as I wanted to go see Casey today and visit with her, I couldn't. So I did get to meet with her attorney. He is going to be able to speak to her in private with my thoughts and the things that I wanted to talk to her about. So I met with him early this morning so that he could do that for me.
We asked to leave this about an hour ago. We're almost into the third week now since this has been going on. As every day goes on, do you get more fearful, more nervous, or more hopeful that you'll be able to bring your granddaughter home?
Well, every one of those feelings. Every single one of those feelings. It's every day, it's a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, even today is a prime example. I mean, I couldn't sleep last night. Had all these mixed feelings. Should I go? Shouldn't I go? Bottom line was I made the decision this morning that I wasn't going to go. Called her attorney, discussed it with him, spoke to the family. They agreed with me. I cried because I want to go see her, and I can't. I cry every day because of Kaylee. So again, it's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of stuff going on. But today is actually a very hopeful day. I just found out that, they did charge her formally today, which actually is a good thing, because look what they charged her with. They didn't charge her with anything but with, voluntary child neglect and withholding evidence. If they had anything concrete on her, I think they would have used that today. And today was the last day that they had an opportunity to do so. So, this was expected. So if they had anything hard and concrete against her, I think they'd have used today as an opportunity. So that, in essence, is a victory for us.
You think you'll be able to bring her home sooner?
Well, again, there's a lot of issues about bringing her home. I can't protect her in my house. George and Lee and I are getting threatening letters, threatening phone calls, threatening emails. We had an extortion letter yesterday that we forwarded to the police. People are coming out of the woodwork. People come out of the woodwork that are so-called friends, like that Telegraph that went to Nancy Grace and said that she had spoken to Casey on 6/19, and that her daughter and Kaylee spoke on the phone. Well, when I asked Casey about it, she said, "Mom, I haven't spoken with Tara for 2 months." Well, we went back to Casey's phone records. It was an 83-minute conversation. Tara called Casey to get Casey's advice about her own personal matters, because Casey's always been the friend to give advice and to help out her friends. And she swore to me that it was the 16th when she told me. Casey said, "No, Mom, I haven't talked to Tara for 2 months." So I confronted Tara. I said, "You need to go to the police." She goes, "No, I can't get involved." Well, 2 days later, she emails Nancy Grace, and then Nancy Grace puts her on the show. So what's that tell you? If she had vital information, she didn't want to go to the authorities, but yet she goes on a national TV show.
So you'd be in fear of Casey's safety if she came
Yeah,
home?
well, let me finish my story. When I get back Casey's phone records and I look for that 83 minute phone conversation from Tara, it's May the 19th. Casey was right on the money 2 months ago, and who's the liar? It certainly wasn't Casey. There's a lot of things out there that, the whole focus on the media, I've been trying to tell you from day one, is finding Kaylee, this little child right here. She is the victim in all of this. Casey's also a victim in all this, but you know what? Casey's safe. I know where she's at, and she's very well protected where she's at. This little one is not protected. And there's certain things that the family can't say. There's certain things that we do know. There's certain things that Casey knows that she can't tell. But, frankly, there's not a whole lot of people that we trust. I trust Casey, I trust her attorney, I trust my son, and I trust my husband, and I trust God. That's about the only people right now and the only things that I can have faith in and I trust. And so everybody else right now, it's, they've shown their true colors. And the bottom line is, it's all about Kaylee. And you ask me, is every day harder, or am I disappointed, or do I lose faith or whatever, or lose hope? I don't lose hope, because I know she's alive and I know she's out there. And I know there's a lot of people that, look at the media and say, get over it, guys, and start focusing on Kaylee. And they understand what we're supposed to do and what we're all about. And I'm not going to waver in my focus. People can hate me. They can continue to send me hate mail, but I'm just going to ask them, you never know. I'm 50 years old, never would have dreamed that I'd be walking and living this nightmare right now. No one can, I can't draw on past experiences to come out here and talk to the media because I've never had an experience to do so prior to this.
What is your research yielding?
What do you mean my research yielding?
I know that your entire family is looking for Kaylee.
Well, our entire family is looking for Kaylee. There's a lot of people out there looking for Kaylee, public citizens, there's authorities, hopefully the media. There's a lot of people looking for Kaylee. So our whole focus has to be continue to look at Kaylee, continue to make sure that you guys do not influence one person that's going to say, well, the girl's dead. There's no reason for me to look at the little children that are out there walking around, and I'm not going to make that phone call because it can't be her.